campaign, you see PDP will say, we made a mistake in our account. Now we've spent so.
It's not like anybody will even give them back, so
exactly.
they are good with it. Bolanle Rahim's case, we have court rules on Van D's no case submission, April 3. The Justice Mbirunke Harrison of a Lagos State High Court sitting in Tafawa Balewa Square on Monday fixed April 3rd, 2023 for the ruling on the no-case submission of an Assistant Superintendent of Police, Drambi Vandi, who is standing trial for allegedly shooting a lawyer, Omobolanle Rahim, dead on Christmas Day. The judge adjourned the case for ruling after the prosecution and defense counsel had adopted their final written addresses in the no-case submission. Vandi is standing trial on the count of alleged murder preferred against him by the state government. Well, according to Vandi, he actually said there is no case. He's actually pleading no case. That he does not have any case, to stand in for. But right now, the judge has actually brought the case back, and so they are having the hearing again, April 3rd. But this is just like a very sad occurrence, and we don't even pray for more of it in the country, because how can people that we call our friend, people that we are regarding as our security, people that are supposed to guard our life, guard our property, to now be the one waging war against us, and we can't even walk freely in our own country. It's now the police killing us. And my point is, even like, when I read this news, I was like, he was saying that he does not have a case to, I don't understand.
That's where I have a problem.
That you don't have a case. Because now, maybe I don't understand the legal terms.
He was saying that the bullets in the gun is not the same thing. I don't know, I'm not a second.
But meanwhile, in the previous hearing, they've confirmed it that the bullet was same.
Now, they were also saying that the defendants, Rahim's lawyer or something, was saying that he very shot her in the chest. But when they analyzed the whole thing, the bullets came under her armpit, and so there's no how it would have come under her armpit to come and meet her on the chest. So they were just making, I don't even want to use this.
Like making up.
They are just making up something that is not even adding up at all. I don't understand. You see, I was saying yesterday that our judiciary system has failed us. This is glaring. He had 11 witnesses against him. Every court, it's not like they said, I dreamt that this happened. It was glaring to everybody, and we still have to start adjourning cases. We start, my lawyer has to speak for me, and instead of him to just plead for, I don't know those law terms, just to, if you are supposed to give me
plead guilty, exactly, accept it.
Just give me 5 years. I've accepted that I am guilty. Now you're saying there is no case. I mean, what should happen to the family of the deceased? Fine, even if they charge him to life imprisonment, it will not bring back Bolanle. We understand. However, he's supposed to face the necessary circumstances, the consequences of his actions. Because somebody killed somebody, you're saying that you don't have a case, and you don't shoot her on the chest, it was under the armpit, it was this and that. What kind of flimsy excuse is that? It's just not adding up, and it's not making any sense. And this is the problem I have. When the judge is supposed to, give a verdict, this is what it is, they'll start adjourning cases. And
the reason they adjourn most of the time is that, so you see, most problem that happens with the judiciary is the fact that the judges are just there. It is the lawyers and the security agent that will bring evidences. So it is whatever they bring to them that they will work on to judge. So now sometimes there are some evidences that when tendered, they tend to have some kind of not balanced look. So to avoid them giving a wrong verdict, they tend to take time. And sometimes we've seen it several times that this is what the whole thing would have been. Everybody would have been looking at a particular person that is the one that is guilty. And by the time they would come, maybe the next time, you would have seen another evidence or another thing that they would have been like, no, this thing now happened. It was when this happened that we're able to trace it back. No. So definitely this one should be able to happen. That means this person also had a hand in the whole of the story. So they tend to bring it back that it is no longer these people. Fine. Maybe because I watch an Hollywood movie, I've seen some certain. So to avoid them giving wrong verdicts, they tend to, extend and extend.
I feel like this case is different.
And it's lingering for too much. Since December.
25. It's just
it's very long. Don't handle education like Buhari. Also tells Tinubu The Academic Staff Union of Universities has urged the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu to treat education as well as academics in the country with utmost respect. The Academic Union also advised the former Lagos State Governor to ensure that university education becomes a priority. Speaking with this correspondent earlier, the chairman of ASU, Federal University of Technology, Minna, Niger State, who is also a member of National Executive Council of ASU, Professor Bolarin, also said that the incoming government should not emulate the incumbent President Major General Muhammadu Buhari in the tackling of education in the country. And you know that when the whole election process was going on, there was a particular tweet, though it seems quite jokingly, by ASU that you see all these things that you are doing, we are still observing. We just want you to finish all of your election. They will now come out to say what we have to say. And I think what they said right now is quite reasonable, because if we should go back to 2022, we saw how our children had to stay home. And it is still affecting some till date.
It actually started in 2020.
No, I just want to take 2022 as a reference from February 14 until almost end of the year. And it's just like major part of the year the students were not in school. And there have been previous issues with education. 2020 we have Corona. At least Corona was not really anybody's fault.
They already embarked on
strike and Corona added to it. So it was just like Corona plus strike. So we're unable to distinguish whether it's strike or Corona. But the point now is that we should not allow it to be that way. Not until recently that Lautech was built of all of this their issue. It would have been, if you are entering Lautech, if you are 5 years old, then you know that before you finish in Lautech, you'll be like 29 or 30. So there's always strike. If your course is 4 years in Lautech, I don't know of any other school.
8,
Same thing for all these federal universities too. You know, strike upon strike. It has spoiled a lot of calendar. Academic calendar is not even something that you can say, okay, by January we'll be done. So you can't even assure yourself. And it's now another thing that you finish a course of 4 years in 8 years, you now go out, you don't even know where you want to go and work. The service are not, some are still having issue with service, going on service just because of what the educational system that was disrupted because of strike, among other things. So we just need to focus on every sector. The way, ever since Bola Ahmed Tinubu got in power, there's been a lot of advices from every sector.
He has not gotten in power.
Sorry, ever since he has been elected, there's been a lot of advices coming from several sectors. The health people have come to say, okay.
But see, I get it though. But they should let this man rest.
No, there's no rest. There's no rest for the wicked. There's no rest. It's not the wicked now. My point is just that when it comes to Nigeria, we have a lot of problems. Nigeria has gone beyond repair. So anybody that wants to try to repair it now should manage it. So managing it now, you have to start from, there's no rest. Just like the same way Oni of Ife said to Tinubu that it's not that you have to just be waiting that, okay, it's on May. People are expecting you to start working. See, from 1 second.
But wait. His tenure wouldn't start counting until May 29.
But he needs to start making plans.
Okay, fine. We don't know if he's making plans or not.
But we just have to reinstate it.
See, any plan he wants to make, it cannot be effective until he is sworn in.
But he can bring on bodies.
If he wants to do anything, he can't even do anything right now. I feel like whatever plan he has to do, aside the reconciliation committee he tried setting up for other political parties, oppositions, every other plan he has to do would be within his party or within his cabinet. He can't bring it out to Nigerians yet because they still have court cases to face. So if he wants to plan for the country, we can't even know about it. And this man already assured us that if I become the president,
we don't need to let me tell you moving.
Wait. He already assured us that if he becomes the president, he would tackle the issue of education problems and all of those things. And fine, I understand the fact that ASU needs to reinstate in his head. It should be ringing in his head that, guy, you're not here to play, you're here to work. I get it, but you should stop putting.
No, we have to. See, let me tell you, the old man. No, he actually saw the mandate before taking it. So it's not a matter of old man. He's fit to do the job, and he's there already. You see, the situation where Nigeria has gotten itself. Herself. They call her So with the situation that we are in right now, anybody that wants to work needs to start working. Keep the candle burning. Even if the candle does not work, make firewood so that the whole place, because when we talk about educational sector, our educational sector has gone so bad. Health sector very worse.
In fact.
At least as at last month, we were still talking about brain drain in the health sector. And when we go to the economic sector, it is very worse. When we talk about the exchange of naira to dollar, it's just like there's no value for our money. So a lot of things, people can't even feed well. The food sector, when you talk about eating, we can't even feed well because there's no food. And several other things. So if you want to do anything, you said earlier that he won't be able to bring it forward. No, he can bring it forward. He can bring it forward. Of course, he can bring it forward.
He has, see,
let me tell you something.
Okay.
He can bring it forward. And it's the same way he has been saying that I will.
Okay.
He can bring it forward. So now, right now, ahead of the whole thing, I've set up a panel.
Okay.
I've set up a committee.
Okay.
At least those people are not government related. They are not collecting salary from the government. I've set up a committee, and this committee will be reaching out to each sector. This committee is for educational sector. They will be meeting up with the ASU chairman so we can discuss what part we need to do something.
You know
okay, I've said whatever. I don't know the reason you're smiling.
Let me tell you why I'm smiling.
Okay.
I'm smiling because the way you're analyzing everything, as if you are Tinubu's right, and as if you don't know the doings of this country, as if you don't know how things work in Nigeria.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying, see, I'm not agreeing less to what you're saying. I'm not saying you shouldn't prepare ahead. I'm not saying you shouldn't work before you get sworn in.
Okay.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I feel like if he has plans, if he has been promising us, I will do this and that, until he becomes fully the president of Nigeria. I feel like until then, before we can start seeing the actualization of his plans. So even if he comes to us right now to say, I've been able to set up this committee, I've been able to set up this panel, and it is just a joke. What if he just comes up to casual? See, let's be realistic. What if he sees that, okay, this tension is becoming worse, the pressure is just becoming too much, pressure to wagon. Okay, let me just say something to peaceful. They wouldn't know. We wouldn't know. If he's lying, we wouldn't know. But if he becomes the president and he says, I want to do this, and we are not seeing it, then we'll be able to know that he's lying. So my point is, let's even leave aside the fact that he has to do things. But right now, he has court cases to face. If he doesn't have court cases to face, I can say, okay, he can start, doing all sorts of things. But what if after the whole court case, the mandate is taken away from him, the certificate of return is returned to INEC? What if? So are you now trying to say that all the plans he has made will just go in vain?
Number one,
I know that. Wait.
Okay.
Let me just make my point.
Yes, go on.
The probability of him returning his certificate of return is very slim. It's very, very low, I know. But anything can just happen. I just want us to look at it from different sides. So if peradventure after the old court cases he is no more the president-elect and it is now Finn that becomes the president of Nigeria, what would happen to his plans? Is it that I, the new president, I'm going to say, Mr. Tinubu, you were trying to plan a lot of things. Can you please give me your committee? Can I work with you? No. So what I'm saying is, I feel like this is my own opinion. It is my own point of view, and I am entitled to it. I feel like it should face the problems.
Fighting you.
Yeah, no, of course, he should face the court cases first. If he has plans, of course, he should plan also. At one side, I feel like if he starts telling us that, hey, I have plans for you people, until you become the president, and you tell us those things before we can see that, okay, what you're saying is actually making sense. Anybody can say they have plans for Nigeria. What if you have plans and there is nothing to show for it that you have plans for us? If you say you have plans for us, we can't even question you. We can't query you. We can't say where is the committee. We can't ask you questions. But when you become the president, then we can start asking you, where is the committee you said you were going to set up for us? That's what I'm saying.
Are you done? Okay.
I'm not done.
I will take it from where you stopped.
Yes.
The first thing is that you said he should face the court case first because he does not know where he's going.
Yes,
he does not know if he would still have to return certificate of return.
Yes.
Let's see if you should. Do you know what court case means in Nigeria?
Okay.
This court case can linger for the next 15 years without stopping. Yes. That's one.
Yes.
Secondly, you said he cannot create panel. You said he can't create panel because there's no point for the fact that we will not be able. Hold on. You said your own. I never.
That was not what
hold on. Can I continue?
But that was not what I said.
Can I continue?
That was what I said.
Because there's no time. We have other news to do.
Okay.
So you said he cannot create a panel because obviously if he does, If he's unable to do anything, hold on. If he's unable to do anything, like he just tells us that I've created panel. So that is the reason you said if he's creating panel and we don't even know if he's done it, or he's just telling it to us audio that I have created panel, even though he did not create any panel. So we won't be able to know. So you are saying that it's better he creates the panel when he gets on board, so that we'll see it that he has created the panel.
No,
hold on, that's what I could translate it to. That is soon.
Okay.
And thirdly, you are saying that if Tinubu should say that he wants to start meeting up and all of that, then the way the country works, then it might actually not work. Because at the end of the day, if the mandate is collected from him, those people he has met up, the committee that he has set up, will they have to go back to the person that just got elected, or the person that will now continue, or what will now happen to those people he has met up and they already have a plan? Okay. Let me now start answering you. Number one.
Wait.
Okay.
Hold on. Before you start answering me, the second point you made, that wasn't what I said.
Okay, say it.
I did not say you should not create committee or you should not plan.
Okay.
And if you actually understood what I was saying, I said, aside facing the court cases first, if he has plans, he should do it. Okay. But the point I'm trying to make is, even if he has plans,
hold on.
It's not like he would come out to, start telling us his plans. He's not yet the president.
Okay.
So my point is not that he shouldn't create.
Okay, I get your point now. I get your point
I just hope you got it.
I get your point now. But the point now, going back to what Nigeria if you should take this back, nobody liked Tinubu. I don't know about others, but majority of the people do not like Tinubu to become the president. One, majority of the people are still insisting that they never voted him in.
Yes,
two,
yes.
Majority of the people do not even believe in his mandate. Three.
Okay.
So you have this person that the people don't even, they are looking for every mistake he will just make to get him out.
Okay.
So this person needs to come on our face every time. Only if he does not want to succeed in the post. He needs to come on our face, give us his plans, let us know, carry us out, else he will be forgotten. Forgotten in this sense is not like they will think he's no longer the president. Forgotten in the sense they will say that we said it. This person cannot even do it. He is sick. They will start bringing up several rumors that, oh, you did not say that he did not talk for the past days. He's already in the hospital.
Okay.
So whatever plans that Tinubu wants to take, he needs to carry us along in every bit. So, and going back to what you said, I think I now understand your whole point. That you are not saying that he should not plan. He can plan, but he should not bring it to our face, because it's not like there's nothing he would have done, right?
Yes.
He needs to bring it to our face.
Okay.
ASU has come out now that, okay, we don't want you to take your administration to analyze education the way your predecessor is handling it, because it brought a lot of problems.
Okay.
He needs to now say, fine, ASU, I get your point. Okay. I know everything that has happened. See, this is just normal politics and normal governance in Nigeria. That is how it has always been done.
So you say, ASU, I got your point.
I got your point.
This is what I would
This
do.
is what I'm planning.
Okay.
You say, okay, fine, ASU, what is the problem? At least there will be something that caused the problem during this incumbent tenure. Yes. Oh, we asked for 20 naira new, and they said they cannot. Okay, see, ASU, when we look at the whole thing in Nigeria, we can't possibly give you 20 naira. But you see my own administration, I will give you 10 naira.
Okay.
Negotiate before you get in.
So
at least for now, if ASU has, I'm sorry. So for now, I'm just trying to use that as an illustration. That's not what I meant. Really,
of course.
So if ASU has now said that, okay, fine, for this educational sector, we would key into your tenera and they will make agreement. So you will not go on any strike. And I will also make an agreement that I will sure meet up to your demands.
Okay.
That is just like having a kind of a memorandum of understanding. Excuse me. Beforehand. Like having a
All right, I'm getting your point.
A memorandum of understanding beforehand, before getting into power. So by the time he gets in from May 29, see, once it's already May 29, 12 after they've given him the swearing and everything, 1 second after, Nigerians are expecting that he should build house. That's because they don't even want this person. So every little mistake, if Tinubu should just they're like, look at the way you laugh, you do not like us.
I think at this point, I'm not even here to argue.
I'm not arguing.
We're only stating our point.
Exactly.
Now I got your point, fine, quite alright. And so from where you stopped, if ASU now goes to meet Tinubu to say, sorry, if Tinubu goes to meet ASU to say, okay, fine, you guys are supposed to be taking 20 million naira. I can only afford 10 million. You know, I've not gotten there. At least I can promise you 10 million. Maybe when I get there and the look of things, I can increase to 15 million. Okay. And also says, no, it is that 20 million we want. If you cannot do it. So at that point, let's now say the court case, you know, they just want more people to join those people that will be against. So frustrate Tinubu. So also just joining them. Anyways, the thing now is, Tinubu, your plans for Nigeria should just be the good one. And I think from Ayomiko's perspective, she feels like if you don't come to our faces, we wouldn't even know what you asked for us. And he has to carry on. It's not like just coming to our face. Okay. Because coming to our face might be another baloo blue, blah, blah. No, we don't want that. Come to our face with genuine projects. Okay. And let us see your cardinal plan. See, this is one problem we have in Nigeria. All right. When we talk about our leaders are not meant to be the one that will just be giving instructions. Leaders are meant to carry us along in every bit. Okay, communication is very key. It's because of lack of communication that we're having most of the problems we have in Nigeria. Exactly. Like, come to us. We have planned to tackle this road infrastructure problem. This is the way we want to go about it. All right. We are planning to employ 200 people, and these 200 people will do this, do that. But there is little to nothing Tinubu will do without becoming the president first. That's what I'm saying. You don't understand me at all. Let's just. No, we can't move on because we need to settle this. All right. I don't even mind if this is the last one we have to talk about. We need to see, because this is something that affected me. It is still affecting me. I'm a Nigerian. Hold on. I am a Nigerian, so I am affected. Even Tinubu is not affected by all of these things. Okay. It is me that I'm getting affected. So I want you to get my point. If Tinubu has any plan at all, he should just let us know. Okay. He should bring it to our faces. He should carry us along. This is what I want to do with Lagos to Ibadan Express Road. This is what I want to do with, like, just for instance, a particular bridge that's broken for 50 years. This is what I want to do with it. Okay. I've set up a panel, I've set up a committee, and we are working towards it. So when we get in governance, maybe by, let's say I just run by May, at least latest by July. You did not get me. Exactly. That's why you were not getting me. My point is not for him to start giving us latest by July. We don't need it. The reason I said what we need is adequate communication. All right. I think communicating with the necessary body. See, we can't. The necessary body, not the necessary. No, you get my point. Communicating and of course the news will carry it. Of course. So my point now is that he's not yet in the power. He's just the president-elect. Pending the time that he's still at home resting to get into the real work, he should start doing something, because even if you should do it for 5 years, the problem Nigeria is having, you cannot solve it. Exactly. According to the analysis, even though Peter Obi said that in his 4 years he would but then people still came out to tell us that even China, it took China over years to be able to do that. So that is the same thing. We know that it is possible to happen in Nigeria too. We are an underdeveloped country, just developing. So you should just start doing something. That's my point. Not that you should start saying that I have built clinical. Or start saying that by May 29 on the by 8 a.m. in the morning I will do. All right. But start making the necessary plan, meeting with necessary body, negotiating with them, so that when you get into power, they will not be the problem to you. You already know that we've settled them and we've reached a conclusion, an agreement, so things will be quite smooth. Even if anything wants so. And even the people that you want in your cabinet, your ministers and all of them, start checking them now. You know, check and balances, knowing that okay, this one does not have mental issue, this one is not a thief or something. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Thief, actually, exactly. Thank God you have it. Although I'm still, you know, maintain my stand, but I got your point. I got your point too. One of them more. Okay, back to Ogun State. We have Dapo Abiodun. Dapo Abiodun has promised to increase quarterly pension payment to 1 billion naira. Wow. And now I just want to analyze the whole story. All right. And I'm not trying to read out. The whole problem started from 2012. Okay. So according to Dapo Abiodun, in Ogun State, they've not been paying any gratuity since 2012. Yes. So the all money has been accumulating. And that's why you see that the pensioners will come out to say that they are owing them over 800 billion. And you'll be like, 800 billion, how come? Wow. So, and even Dapo Abiodun and all of that, they've been trying to, you know, pay it off in bits, according to him. He said that the old backlog has been trying to be offset bit by bit. They started with 600 million and later 800 million, you know, at least per month. But even with that, it's still not getting
where it's supposed to get to. So he now said that right now they want to increase it from the 600 to 1 billion naira per month. So they pay out 1 billion naira per month from the backlog that they already have, the debts they have for gratuity and pensioners. So they start paying up at least each month 1 billion naira. According to him, he also said that he is expecting some money from the federal government for the federal roads they constructed. So once the money gets in, he will start paying 1 billion naira. And I think this is actually a good thing, but we should now, him saying he will pay it is not the point now.
He should do it. Because
it will be out of governance by May 29, or it should retain governance by May 29. Either way. But if it does not, that's to now show you that the next person coming would now come out to say that they've been owing this money since 2012 still.
Again, of course.
Because of course it is from 2012. So should we now say that all through the tenure of Ibikunle Amosun in Ogun State, he never paid any gratuity? Because 2012 to 2019, I think that was the tenure of Ibikunle Amosun. Before Dapo. So now the money has been accumulating since then. And if Ibikunle Amosun should come now, he would also say that he has met it since 2007 or 1980 something, when the OGD, Oshoba and Co were there. But now this is the problem we keep on facing when it comes to continuity in governance. Yes. You met a debt. Okay, even if you cannot pay the debts, pay the one at that moment.
Don't add
yours to it. And it's that in that way it can actually be reduced. This is one thing that we've been facing over and over again in this country.
Let me begin from Dapo's side here. Like you mentioned earlier that it could leave governance by May.
Exactly.
Or it could, be retained. Around last year, I think middle of last year, I can't really remember very well.
Okay.
It was owing some teachers, some workers' salaries.
Okay.
And since then, even before then, he had been having problems with the staff, the NLC in Ogun State. They don't even want him. They could not even wait for 2023 to come just to vote him out. They just don't want him anymore because he wasn't doing them well. And they were saying, your dad was a teacher and you're supposed to be treating us. Why are you doing this to us? So I feel, sincerely speaking, I just want to be realistic. I feel like this is just a campaign strategy.
Of course.
Because that was the same way this man went to Ilese. Or where is this?
Yeah, Ilese.
He went to change
it to
College
Polytechnic.
of Health to a Polytechnic. Just because he had not done anything for the people in Ilese. And he needed them to vote for him. So he just had to do something that will make their head.
The same man also launched the airport, cargo airport.
Just few months.
Last month.
Just last month. And it's just, the election is this Saturday. Just few weeks to the election. He's just doing things. Why is it that it was just right before the election he started doing all of these things? So these things are just campaign strategies. And talking about continuation of projects and all of those things, fine, it's a major problem we have with our government. Let's take let's take Lagos State for an example. I was discussing with someone yesterday, and then she was telling me about the continuity in Lagos State. If there had not been continuity in Lagos State would have collapsed. Since after Fashola left, if the next person that became the governor of Lagos State did not continue with Fashola's project, fine, he must have had his own. But if there was no form of continuity in Fashola's project, the whole idea of making Lagos better and all of those things would have collapsed. So we actually need continuity in governance. Okay, the airport for Ogun State, it was Benga Daniel's idea. But that was felt like it can actually be actualized. Let me do it. So you see, this is just a call out to our governors. When you get there, fine, you've met debt and you can't pay up another man's debt. Don't add your own.
Exactly.
Don't add your own. At that point, for your own tenure, your own administration, let people be able to point out that throughout this man's 8 years, it wasn't owing your salaries, it wasn't owing your pensions and all of those things. Not like when you get there, you've met 200 million. Should be 200 million. Add
my own to it.
So that's just the basic problem. And we the citizen, we would also even want, if that did not come out to say this had been lingering since
2012, nobody would have known.
Say 500 million.
Exactly.
That's what will be in everybody's head. And how many governors wants to come out to say it was my predecessor that was owing this debt? So wherever we meet ourselves, I mean the governors now, even the states, the local government chairmen and all of those people, of course they would have their own local government debt. We are not just saying it. So they should not add to the problems already on ground. Exactly. It's a good one, at least if Dapo can do it before he leaves. Before he leaves and
before he continues.
Before he leaves, we would know if he would leave on Saturday or not. So whatever would happen, it is this Saturday. I just hope that.
But you know, this thing is actually very funny. If he is being voted out. Okay. So you know that Ilese, I was able to get from a source that it was not like they've started the old. It was just like by the power conferred on me as the governor of the state. See, this school is now a polytechnic jari. And when you talk about the cargo airports, it's not like they've completed it. It's a project that they've started, and to some extent it has been established that we have cargo airports, you know, but it has not started working. So now you can be like, say you want to stay, then why me happy? It's not now voting. Ilese College.
No, at that point,
because he still has until May. He said he will be paying 1 billion. He be like, should I not tell you that I will pay 1 billion?
You still
and you not voting. The next governor should start paying, and you will not pay it.
Exactly.
It is, so all these things, it is possible. That's how our politicians used to do. They will give us audio money, audio vision.
You know, I was saying it's just a
camouflage, propaganda, everything. Exactly. So we know the way it works, and we are expecting more of it. This show is proudly sponsored by Nokpa, Abal Mistress, Abal Bitters, Abal Cool, Abal Fresh, Abal everything Abal that helps to strengthen the vitality of the body system and also return it to normal. This is actually tested and trusted. So let's go on a short commercial, after which we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
Give me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every. You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
it is always Nokpa.
Nokpa for management of power.
Yeah, you're welcome back. This is news review brought to you by Wisdom Television, and as always, I will tell it to you that the show is proudly sponsored by Nokpa Abal Meters or Nokpa Abals. Yeah, let me put it that way, because they have various of products that they produce, and all of that help the system because they are tested and trusted over time. At least I can say that about that brand, no other brand. Yeah. So if you are also interested in sponsoring this show so that we can always come on air to give you the best of information, you can as well reach out to us through the number you're seeing on the screen so that you can also partner with us. I will get it to the best. So we're still on news review, and the next one is actually coming from Shehu Sonny.
Okay.
And according to him, he's trying to caution those referring to President-elect Bola Tinubu as a drug baron. And I think this point is just where we need to accept it. Like I said earlier, regardless of every odd, this man has become president-elect, even though you feel he will still return his mandate. Wait, I'm not talking to you. Okay. I'm talking to the general populace. Okay. That those people that are still feeling that to some extent he would return the certificate of return. So they should just hold on for that for now. And let's face the reality. And the reality is the fact that he's already the president-elect, at least for now. So Shehu Sonny, who is the former senator representing Kaduna Central Senatorial District, he actually cautioned those people that has been referring to President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as drug baron. He said, he actually said that there is nothing wrong with criticizing Tinubu and questioning his election victory. Yeah. But we must caution the implication of the continuously referring to him as a drug baron. And according to him, he said he is the president-elect of our own country. So such tag, drug baron, would not only be on him, but will be on every citizen of the country. You know, especially to those people that are outside, those people abroad. For example, now, if they want to refer to us, since we refer to our president-elect, who is our leader that is representing us as a drug baron, anybody that comes from Nigeria, it is just ideal to believe that they are into drugs. So he's trying to tell us that, well, I get it that you want to criticize, but you need to be careful. He even stated that you can make use of all the things, maybe some of his other defects, you know, to attack him, but not regarding to him as drug baron, because it is also tarnishing the image of our country on our person, you know, to other people.
It is even enough that when we get outside the country, they say us that Nigerians they're full of
they are this, they are that, exactly.
That's even enough, and of course, I understand the fact that everybody would have one or two things to say about a particular person. However, when we are individual, you know, just telling everybody what we feel about a particular person should be very, very careful. It is very, very necessary, because this person, see, the sooner we understood, we admitted the fact that Tinubu is us, or we are Tinubu, the better for us. Because when Tinubu gets anywhere right now, they will see him as a Nigerian, as a president-elect of Nigeria. When you get anywhere, they will see you as a Nigerian. So whatever reputation they have of Tinubu is the same way they will look at you. So even if Tinubu has done something wrong, or is a bad person, which I'm not saying is a bad person, you know, at least there's a way we picture our persons to people outside. There's a way we, you know, give them this belief that no, it's fine, it might be bad, but it is none of your business. We can't even taint his image. There's a limit to what we can say. You just see MD Kenya and Nigerian fight on Twitter, and they were trolling us. They were, you know, saying all sort of
a lot of things.
If we did not bring out these things out to them, they would.
Same thing for Ghana. Somebody actually said that Ghana food used to look like that when Ghanaians, when they present their food, it looks like a sacrifice. And somebody now said that, hey, the person is a Ghanaian. The person has said just the way your president looks like a sickler. As in, so dark.
So we just have to be very careful.
Exactly.
And this person is even our leader now.
Our leader, exactly. Thank you, Akingbamila Oluwafunke. Thank you very much for reaching out. We do appreciate you. Thank you, Michael Oshi. We'll see you. We'll see you. Thank you very much for following through. We do appreciate. And now we're moving to the last news that we have before we round off. Cubana Chief Priest solicits support for Sanwo-Olu re-election. He noted that Sanwo-Olu, good outweighed is bad, and so it deserves to be the people's mandate for the second term. This is where the controversy is coming.
Okay.
It is because Cubana Chief Priest, who is known to be a popular barman, a popular celebrity barman, let me put it that way, is now somebody that is canvassing for Sanwo-Olu, trying to say that of course, we understand that you have personal grudges. Like when it comes to Lagos, some people are just wanting to go vote on Saturday, not because Sanwo-Olu has done anything, but for the fact that they claim that somebody has Lagos, and those people just want to vote that somebody
want to show you.
So they are not voting because of what you've got now. They are voting because they just want to show you.
They want to make a point.
Pay back, something like that. So he's now trying to say that you all should just try and weigh it. He has done good things, and it has outweighed what he has done bad.
Yeah.
So right now, the problem now is Cubana actually supported Peter Obi sternly for the presidential election.
Yes.
He was all about Peter Obi, and to the extent that when he went to his own polling unit, he took along drinks and some other things, you know, for people that are waiting to vote. Not that people that want to
campaign.
No, just for at least you are voting here, refreshments, just as his own from his own goodwill. So people are now, netizens have started talking about it, that is Cubana supposed to say that they should vote APC. Now it's not about Sanwo-Olu now, it's about APC. You're already thinking that you're supposed to support Labour Party sternly, but this is me trying to reinstate the fact that people never voted for Labour Party. People were about Peter Obi. People never voted for APC. People were about Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They were not voting Sowore. They were about his party. I'm sorry, they were not voting his party, but they were voting Showore.
Yeah.
So now, when it's high time we overcome all of this kind of party issue and all of that, we can always support whoever we feel is what's the task.
Yeah.
So Cubana trying to endorse him now, me, I don't have any feeling. I'm indifferent about it.
Nobody knows. Okay, don't let me say nobody. Majority of us, we don't even know the governorship candidates of each state that belongs to Labour Party. What everybody knew was just Peter Obi.
Exactly.
And the only see anybody that won during the senatorial, the National Assembly election, what for Labour Party, anybody that won for Labour Party actually won as a result of Peter Obi's influence on people.
Yeah, sure.
So
because people were just there to go, okay, they said Peter Obi is in Labour Party.
So any Labour Party logo they see, they just want to thumbprint on the party. You get
sure.
So if okay, fine. I feel like what people are saying is, if you want to support a particular person, support the person with your full chest, support the party with your full chest. But most people were not even supporting Labour Party, they were supporting the candidate. And we cannot dispute the fact that Sanwo-Olu has done well in Lagos State. At least to a very reasonable extent. We can attribute a lot of good things to Sanwo-Olu, the things they have done for them in Lagos State. So we cannot say because we want to prove a point, we want to show you that no, forget it, nobody owns Lagos, which actually Yoruba land, we are the owner of Lagos State.
And it is still in Southwest.
And you're trying to let them know that, okay, fine, we would show you that Labour Party is going to make names, we are going to make a stand. What if the person you want to vote for in that particular party you are clamoring for would not even have anything good to offer? At the end of the day, you still be the one to suffer for it. So I'm not actually against anybody. I'm not supporting anybody. I'm just being realistic. I'm just trying to, whoever you feel like has done you well, at least someone has served for 4 years, and everybody has seen what he had done in Lagos State. So if you feel like Sanwo-Olu, if in your church mind though, you're feeling like this guy actually done well. Now leave out the party, leave out some sentiments, leave out the point that you want to prove a point, leave out some other factors. Check the candidaate, because it is not the party that will work now, it is the candidate.
The person.
So check out the person you want to vote for. Is this person worthy? Would this person be able to work well? I hope we will not regret voting for this person. So that's what you should look into, not trying to vote out a particular party. And whoever supports whoever as a candidate for any political party, they have their right to make a choice.
Do it. I think we need to reinstate that.
Yes, they can choose whomever they want. You are not in the best position to tell me whom I'm supposed to support. As regards,
I can decide to support Finn tomorrow, even though she's not part of.
It's none of your business. So my point is, if you see me supporting a particular party tomorrow, don't come and drag me. I have a right. I have a right to my own choice. I can make choices for myself. The fact that I'm not supporting your candidate does not make me a bad person. Some people even went as far as
based on what you just said, I think it's a post we saw this morning.
Yes.
About Toyin Abraham.
Yes.
The lady or the woman, should I call it, the woman who's supporting whom she felt was right. Exactly. And then I saw somebody trying to go to a particular brand she's influencing, a brand she is an ambassador, trying to tell them that would stop patronizing you because your brand ambassador is doing this, and it's not necessary. I can decide to support pen, and you decide to support biro, and it's pen and biro. There is no point. The thing is just that we need to grow up in this country.
At the end of the day, this is what you are fighting for. Their friends won. They don't even know you.
Exactly. They don't know you exist
in a particular brand because of them. They don't know you are fighting your sister, your cousin because of them.
This morning, somebody was saying something that his father was a very, very very strong supporter of Tinubu. And him, as a student, normal now, is an obedient. So it was like when the whole thing that he even stopped talking to his father. His father has never for once preached Tinubu to him, but he will always preach about Obi. Daddy, you could make sense, like they're supposed to support Peter Obi and all of that. But when they won, and he said he will stop talking to his father. So when Tinubu won, the father had to reach out to him. Congratulate us, Daddy. He was not saying that. Would he now say because his father did not support
You
will now disown his father.
When he's not stupid.
Where you go, they chop.
Abi.
You know, see, we should leave sentiment aside. Exactly. We should leave tribalism aside. This thing is not about a particular tribe. It's not about a particular party. It's not about a particular state. It's not about somebody that you feel like is not fine enough. We need handsome man on the... No! Exactly. It is about the potential, the capability. Can this person lift us from this sufferness? Can this person elevate us? Can this person make us not having to think and think before we eat? Can this person make us to sleep and we can sleep in peace? Not that we have to sleep and open one eye, holding cutlass in one place because we don't know what happens the next minute.
Right.
So this is what we should look out for in candidates, because there is still gubernatorial election. We have Ogun State, we have Lagos State, and Oyo State for the southwest. We have several other states in the north as well as in the east. So all of this thing, don't leave your sentiments aside. Go for the person that you know that is up to the task. Not the person you feel like maybe somebody told you that I'm in this party now, vote this person. The person is good. Have a mind of your own. Have a mind of your own, because the next 7 years, the next 8 years, the next 4 years is in your hand to write.
Exactly.
And we can only do it with our thumbprints. So let's go do the right thing and forget about criticizing one person for supporting another person. It's not necessary. We are adults to some extent. At least to be able to vote, we are adults. Do you have any other thing to say? Are you sure?
All right, we're an adult, and I feel like everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I will just have to keep restating that because it's very, very necessary. If the brand this woman is influencing for, if they withdraw their contracts, would you be the one to be feeding her? You don't even know if she's using the money she's getting from that brand to do a particular project, and if they withdraw the contract, what would happen to us? So we just have to be very careful in our doing, so that we'll not use our own to destroy that
somebody's doing. Exactly. Thank you very much for always staying tuned with us on News Review, because if we don't have you, then we have nothing we're sitting here to do. And we do appreciate our sponsors, Dapo Abiodun. We appreciate the company Wizamia Television, and everyone that has subscribed, followed, or dropped a comment. Akingba Melaoluwa Fumike, Michael Oshin, among others, because we can mention all of them. Thank you very much for reaching out, and we do appreciate you. And until tomorrow, that will be continuing on News Review. Please do stay well and don't blame anybody for supporting a particular candidate. Thank you.